this amazing creature resembles a prehistoric bird. It can be safely called the strangest bird in the world, which is extremely poorly studied. It is one of the largest birds, which is a close relative of storks, pelicans, and marabou. It's a bird whose population is disappearing at a breakneck pace. Yes, that's right, it's a shoe-billed stork. The shoe-billed stork, Balaeniceps rex, is a large broad-winged bird that lives in the swamps and wetlands of Central and East Africa. 035. This giant bird has a large body, huge wings, and a beak similar to a shoe. It is believed that this prehistoric bird is associated with now extinct dinosaurs. These birds have dark gray, blue-gray, or gray plumage with a white belly. Their piercing eyes are yellow or white-gray. They have huge wings which can reach a wingspan of 2.4 meters. 101. This bird loves papaya swamps and is usually found in spill areas where water slowly flows to the lake. The area is home to many fish, which are the main source of food for storks. The shoe-billed storks lead a daytime lifestyle, although they sometimes hunt at night if the moonlight is bright enough. In addition to fish, they also hunt water snakes, frogs, varanus, and young turtles. 128. They have even been known to eat baby crocodiles. The shoebill reaches sexual maturity at the age of 3 to 4 years. They are monogamous birds, sharing parental responsibilities. The female lays 2 or 3 eggs that incubate for 30 days. Both parents will turn the eggs over frequently with their feet. 150. The chicks of this bird are covered with thick and silvery gray down and already have a wide mouth. However, the large beak for which these birds are known does not begin to show until they are a month old. When they are born, the parents take turns feeding their chicks mashed food. At 1 month of age, the parents begin to leave prey in the nest for the young birds to swallow. 217. Plumage occurs at 95 days, and by 125 days, the chicks are independent. People have known about the shoebill for a very long time. They were first described in writing as early as ancient Egypt. It is reported that the Arabs called the bird Abu Markab, or father of the shoe. So, is there anything cool other than the fact that it's giant, looks like a shoe, and can decapitate crocodiles? Sure, they make cool machine gun noises. 258. Shoe-billed storks are silent most of the time, but rumble around the nest or greet another bird. This loud and frightening sound is the last sound many poor monitor lizards ever hear. The shape of a bird's beak is designed for eating certain types of food and provides a great clue as to what the main source of food is. 319. The huge beaks serve as a device for catching and holding the large slippery fish they hunt. Its large beak ranges from 20 to 24 centimeters long and 10 to 12 centimeters wide. It also has a razor-sharp, curved hook on the end that pierces its prey like a spear. The size of the beak helps these birds strike their prey with a unique technique known as a collapse. 344. The birds stand motionless in the water, looking for food. Upon spotting prey, the birds dash or fall on their prey, spreading their wings. The bird then dives, beak goes first and ambushes the prey. During the flight, the wings are kept flat and like pelicans and storks, the shoebill flies with the neck retracted. 407. The speed of its sweeps is about 150 sweeps per minute. Therefore, it is considered one of the slowest birds, except for the larger stork species. Long flights of the shoebill are rare, and only a few flights exceeding the minimum feeding distance of 20 meters have been recorded. The shoe-billed storks, like pelicans and other storks, practice urohydrosis to keep cool. 433. Urohydrosis is a method of cooling, similar to sweating, that allows the bird to cool down. They also defecate on their feet to lower their body temperature. The liquid waste that these birds excrete from the cloaca is a mixture of feces and urine. The waste coats the bird's feet and, as it evaporates, cools their skin, just as evaporating sweat cools our skin. 458. Unlike sweat, this method of cooling also involves preventive care. The evaporating liquid leaves behind a white powdery substance that can reflect sunlight and prevent heating of the feet in the first place. The main goal of an animal is to survive and pass on its genes, and there are several examples of how animals do this in nature. 520. Birds can use different mechanisms, from concentrating energy on a small clutch of eggs to producing a large brood to increase the probability of survival. Some birds are monogamous and work as a team to raise their chicks, while others are polygamous or promiscuous, and prefer to mate with as many partners as possible. 541. Once a fascinating but gloomy example of animal survival is siblicide. Siblicide is when one offspring kills his brother or sister. There are several examples of birds that practice this behavior, including herons, egrets, pelicans, boobies, and shoe-billed storks. Shoe-billed stork eggs hatch asynchronously. 603. The first chick that hatches has no siblings to fight with for overeating, so it eats well and develops quickly. When the second chick hatches, the parents make no effort to distribute food evenly, so it competes with its older, well-developed sibling. The older chick will bully and beat its brother or sister, and often the youngest chick will die from wounds or starvation. 627. By focusing on the strongest chick, the parents increase the chances that at least one of their offspring will reach maturity and pass on their genes. In terms of survival, it is better to have one healthy chick than several weak chicks who are unlikely to survive. Why is this so? Why do these birds choose to lay more than one egg when only one chick survives? The second and sometimes the third egg is more like an insurance policy. 656. If the first egg is infertile or lost because of predators, the adults can still produce offspring. If there is plenty to eat, aggression between chicks is limited, and it is more likely that all the chicks will fledge. They are undoubtedly amazing birds, but even their size can't protect these birds from extinction. 717. What can we do so that our grandchildren can also admire these giants not only from a book? Shoe-billed storks are endemic to Africa and only inhabit remote wetlands. BirdLife International and the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, classify the birds as vulnerable to extinction. They survive in only a few countries, such as South Sudan, which has the largest population on the continent with about 5,000 birds, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda, and Zambia. 754. Besides the threat posed by poachers, fires and human encroachment also endanger the species. Shoe-billed storks are shy birds that require large areas of undisturbed habitat to breed. When humans get too close, frightened birds abandon their nests, leaving eggs and chicks vulnerable to water lizards, snakes, and eagles. 816. All of these threats have damaged the wild population of this species. The 2016 IUCN population estimate showed that 3,300 to 5,300 adults remain in the wild compared to 5,000 to 8,000 adults in 2008. Fishing comes to their rescue. During the breeding season, from September to December, a close-knit team of 12 fishermen watch over their nests, protecting their eggs and chicks. 846. Besides being fishermen, they also work as guards for African parks, a non-profit conservation organization. In 2012, the partners established the Shoebill Guard program. Their vigilance is paying off. Since 2012, when the program began, 25 chicks have successfully fledged from 21 protected nests. 6 chicks stolen from nests have also been rescued from captivity and returned to the wild. 914. The success prompted African parks to expand the program in 2012. 9 men were hired as guards. The locals do not only protect shoebills. They are an important part of the conservation work carried out in Bangweulu. 6 chiefdoms, numbering about 50,000 people, own land here in joint holdings. In 2008, after decades of poaching and over-agriculture that had destroyed much of the wildlife and depleted the land, it was the chiefs, along with the Zambian government, who offered the African parks to take over the management of Bangweulu.